All right, good evening, welcome back. Welcome back to New World Skin Designs. I am Michael, and I am a designer. Well, I'm a gardener by trade and a designer by choice. And welcome to the channel. This channel is completely dedicated to taking you into the new world and for you to help me into the new world. So, as you know, we like to start each one with a little riff. Can you see? Oh, believe it's in the corner, man. Never been. Come with me, I'll show you where the dogwood blue is true. Lost and found and lost again. To the highest of blue. All right, just a quick riff, just to say hello to everybody. Just to set a little premise for tonight. And tonight we're going to talk about, I promised it last night, and it's definitely a heated topic, which is Mgtow. Mgtow, womanism, and the likes. We're going to be talking about relationships. That's right, guys. We're going to be talking about relationships. Yeah. Waffles is awesome. He loves hanging out. He loves doing his thing. And of course, we have our buddy. Yeah, what up? What up, G? We're going to talk about women tonight, I guess. I don't know why. I just take what I want. Yeah, just kidding. But anyway. Anyway, without further ado, tonight we're going to be talking about Mgtow. Mgtow, womanism, whatever you want to call it. So, how does one would ask, Michael, how does Mgtow or womanism, how does that mean anything into the new world? Because all of those people are in the new world. That's how it relates. And their ideas and their motifs resonate further out in concentric circles because of the people that they know and the things that they do, not just the people they know. I know it's the locks. They're just awesome. I've been on this one. Tomorrow, I think we're going to talk about self-care, most important topic, and we're going to use the pink wig tomorrow. But I just wanted to tell you that I'm so glad you're here. I really do appreciate the fact that you're here. And I want to get across, I want to first convey thank you so much for being here. And I want to convey to you how does this appropriate into the new world? Well, we have had 60 years of womanism, and rightfully so. Women were oppressed, and they felt like they wanted their fair shake in it. The problem, in a nutshell, is an unintended consequence. The unintended consequence is it renders males basically inert, other than for one thing, because every woman is just trying wholeheartedly, not every woman, but a lot of women, just some women, let's just say some women, okay, to get into the I don't need no man zone, right? So in that case, you're either married, in a lot of those cases, you're either married to your mama or you're married to the government. But we're not here to bash either side or anything else. We're here to talk about how it relates to the new world. Anyway, after 60 years of womanism, and rightfully so, they did not have their fair shake. We had a complete flop too far to one side, and womanism still hasn't stopped. Every good cause should have an end. And now I can't claim the end of womanism. I wish I could, but I can't. But I can lay claim to the ending of Mgtow, which is men going their own way. So it was a natural response to being attacked on every front, whether it was politically, socially, professionally, legally, however that it was a natural response. So men just said, women turned around and said, I don't need no man. And a man said, well, I'm going my own way anyway, which was a complete natural response to what was going on. And then, of course, women completely glommed onto that. And they can say, well, then we're Mgtow. We're women going our own way. Well, give me a break. I mean, come on. It's the same thing as womanism or whatever, and slightly different aspect, whatever. But the point is, how does that relate to the New World? Basically, I'm here to declare it. It's done. It is done. It should be done. Of course, it's not done. It's never going to be done. It's like the election. It's just going to drag on and on and on, which is a complete disaster. Don't even get me started on it. But, yeah. So it doesn't relate anymore because I even claimed we moved into Mgtow, which is just people just everywhere, just going their own way, doing their own thing. So in a nutshell, how am I going to get across this topic to you? Here it is. Mgtow, womanism, it's all a thing of the past. We're all in this together. We're entering recessions / depression. And we're all in this together. We're all in this together. And so, rather than claiming sides, and not to discount either side, because we're all in this now together in a failing country. We could quickly go over some of the things in disarray, but the latest one is going to be food shortages. Some of the things are already being pulled from the shelves. Well, not being pulled from the shelves. Well, yes, in the course of baby formula, it is being pulled from the shelves because there was a recall. But it's just not appearing on our shelves anymore. So that is the latest disaster or decline of the day. That's just, I'm trying to paint an overall umbrella of how bad we are in our economy. Everything is pointing south. Everything is pointing south, going into decline, and going into negative numbers. How do you want me to say it? I mean, I could say it 18 different ways. But in that time, believe in yourself. That was our topic. Be a cheerleader for yourself, and don't worry about this. Stop. Once again, all of these entities are all designed to break us apart rather than bring us together. So I would say overall, how does it relate anymore? Put it to rest. It doesn't relate anymore. It just doesn't relate anymore because we should all be a sovereign entity, and if that's in a marriage, if that's in you have then you two together form a sovereign entity. It's you two, against the world, so to speak, right? But still, once again, the word against, it's still pulling us apart rather than bringing us together. And that's what we need more of in this time. So we're already 9 minutes in. I wanted to just make a quick one, just to relate them into the new world and give you some insight into how I think things are and how things are going. And to me, they don't relate anymore. So let all of that go. Learn to let go. All of these are all combined together, and that's why we talk about different things each day, but they're all under the same subheading, which is taking you into the new world. In the new world, it is going to be completely something that we have not ever seen, and hopefully we'll never see again, but we have the most amount of change. And the best way to deal with change, stop fighting and drawing lines against each other. So that's my message for tonight. Just don't worry about that kind of stuff anymore. The message, not to discount either side. We needed womanism. We needed Mgtow. We needed men to realize their power as well, and to be able to voice their concerns. But as with every good movement, it has to have an ending. And so I am Michael, New Word Skin Designs, is now claiming that it is over. It is time. Our voices have been heard, and we need to move on and start the process of mending instead of separation. So that's the message for tonight. Mgtow, Wigtow, and womanism doesn't relate in the new world. We're going to have a great time in this new world, but we've got to give up these old world thinkings. So tomorrow, let's go into and let's put it on the big board right now. Let's do self-care. Let's take our Mgtow and put the new one on. And that way, we'll continue with the big board. I haven't really decided how to get you to where you can see the big board, but we're just going to go through them one at a time, just to kind of let you know. And I wanted to give you something tonight. If anything, if all of this is just foreign to you, just think to yourself, things that don't alienate other people, that don't... The point in this new world is to accept it for what it is, not for what it isn't. And the idea to be angry against one party or another just doesn't help us to get us the results that we want. So that would be, I finally wrapped it into one, why do we not want this anymore? And I'll tell you the reason we don't want it anymore is because it doesn't relate. It's time to start the process of healing and mending, and it's time to start the process of thinking about what are you going to do for yourself. And that's how it's going to take us into number 14 tomorrow, which is going to be self-care. So that's enough for tonight. I really appreciate you being here. I really do. And I hope that I didn't make that weird, and for a lot of you, you won't know what I'm talking about and whatnot, but it had to be addressed tonight. So anyway, say goodbye to Waffles. Later, guys. And give a little shout out to Stony. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll see you tomorrow. But hopefully that kind of wraps up that, and tomorrow we're going to hit into a big topic, which is going to be self-care. So for tonight, it's so great to have you here once again, and we'll see you tomorrow.